Have you ever found yourself pouring your heart and soul into a relationship, only to feel like a supporting actor in someone else's play? It's a somber yet common experience, one that many of us tend to downplay, convincing ourselves that this is simply how relationships work. But let me tell you, it shouldn't be this way. You are not merely a convenience or a quick fix for someone else's needs. You deserve more. In today's discussion, we're going to peel back the layers of common but often overlooked signs that may indicate you're being used in a relationship. This isn't merely about glaring betrayals or harsh words. It's about those subtle moments, those tiny, gradual patterns that can chip away at your self-worth if left unchecked. By the end of our journey together, you will not only identify these red flags, but also equip yourself with the tools to reclaim your narrative and ensure that your value is both recognized and cherished. So, let's embark on this insightful exploration together. Remember, what you learned today could very well transform the way you navigate your connections with others. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs a little motivation, and subscribe for more enlightening content. And trust me, watching until the very end is crucial for gaining a comprehensive understanding of how to steer your relationships towards positivity and growth. First signal, one-sided effort. Let's start with the first signal, one-sided effort. This is an experience many of us can relate to, a scenario where you find yourself tirelessly giving while the other person seems content to receive without reciprocating. You're always the one reaching out, making plans, and ensuring that the relationship remains afloat. It often feels as though you're paddling a boat single-handedly, while your companion simply enjoys the ride. The ancient Greeks often discussed the concept of reciprocity. For instance, Aristotle believed that true friendship is grounded in mutual goodwill, where both parties contribute to each other's happiness. When one side consistently pours an effort while the other remains passive, it creates an imbalance that can drain your emotional reserves, leaving you feeling undervalued and alone, even when you are not physically solitary. This is not just a problem. It is a symptom of deeper issues within the relationship. You may even find yourself justifying the other person's lack of effort, making excuses or trying to reason that perhaps they are merely busy with their lives. While it's completely valid to understand that life can sometimes hinder our ability to engage fully, it's essential to realize that a loving relationship should feel mutual, not burdensome. As you consider this imbalance, it's crucial to remember that healthy relationships require participation from both parties. Each connection must nourish one another's spirit. Otherwise, it can feel like a burden rather than a joy. Take a moment to reassess. Are you merely putting in effort to keep things afloat? Or is there a genuine exchange of affection and support? Reflect on the wisdom from the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who astutely observed, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This sentiment often reflects our fears of potential loneliness, leading us to ignore the signs that a relationship may no longer serve us well. A misguided preoccupation with holding on can oftentimes keep us tethered to unfulfilling relationships, obscuring our vision of what healthy connections look like. Tuning into the value of reciprocity. When faced with one-sided effort, posing questions and honestly addressing these fears is key. Ask yourself, is this relationship nurturing my spirit? Does it embody the principles of mutual support and respect? You deserve to engage in relationships that foster your growth, both as an individual and alongside others. As we dig deeper into this concept, let me share an analogy that could resonate with you. Imagine navigating a vast ocean on a sailboat. Ideally, both you and your companion should be working together to steer the vessel towards calmer waters. If one person is always focused on the wind, while the other is simply lounging beneath the sail, the journey can quickly become frenetic and unbalanced. Each of you must attend to the responsibilities of the journey to reach your destination of mutual happiness. Acknowledge the importance of equality in effort. When both parties actively contribute to the relationship, it fosters an environment of trust and appreciation. As you navigate your own relationships, look for signs that your partner is equally invested in both the emotional and practical dimensions of your lives together. But this leads us to the next crucial indicator of being used, a signal raised in awareness of selective availability. Exploring the third signal, Absence of genuine interest. The absence of genuine interest in a relationship is one of the deepest betrayals of connection. It signifies a failure to genuinely engage in one another's lives. The kind of connection where you share joys, fears, aspirations, and even discomforts. This lack of investment can often be felt even in the smallest interactions, when your achievements don't elicit genuine enthusiasm or when your struggles aren't met with empathy. Relationships that thrive on mutual appreciation and interest foster a sense of belonging. When this spark is missing, it can indicate more than just apathy. It can suggest that you are simply fulfilling a role, not being truly valued for who you are. The profound insights of philosophers like Aristotle shine brightly in this situation. He argued that true friendship is based on virtue, a mutual appreciation that recognizes and values the strengths of each individual involved. When genuine interest is absent, the relationship turns transactional, devoid of depth, understanding, and meaning. The impact of lack of engagement can be disfiguring to self-esteem. You may find yourself questioning your significance and doubting whether you truly matter to the other person. Plato's idea of genuine friendship seeks a deeper connection, something that has the potential to enrich both lives significantly. When this connection is missing, the relationship becomes merely an echo of what it could be, infringing upon your self-awareness and self-worth. Much like the tales woven within our histories, the dynamic of relationships functions similarly. You are seeking a collaborative story where both characters develop, grow, and support each other through the arcs of life. If the story spends most of its time in shallow waters, failing to explore genuine depth, all characters may ultimately suffer. As we delve deeper into our exploration of the often subtle signs that indicate you may be in a relationship where you're being used, it's vital to systematically dissect the nuances of these connections. In our first section, we established an understanding of one-sided effort, selective availability, and the absence of genuine interest. These aspects are not merely annoyances. They are red flags that warrant our attention when assessing the quality and health of our relationships. Emotional manipulation exposed. Let's now turn our focus to a particularly insidious aspect of toxic relationships: emotional manipulation. What does it mean when the interaction between two individuals becomes a dance of guilt, pressure, or coercion? Emotional manipulation is where one person twists the situation to serve their own needs at the expense of the other's sanity and emotional health. This manipulation can manifest in various ways: guilt-tripping you for wanting time for yourself, playing the victim to elicit pity, or subtly coercing you into conforming to their wants. The ramifications of emotional manipulation can lead you to constantly question your own feelings and motivations. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the teachings of Epictetus shed light on how we can navigate these turbulent waters. He famously stated that while we cannot control outer events, we can control our reaction to them. This principle becomes paramount when faced with emotional manipulation. Acknowledge the manipulation for what it is, and refuse to let it dictate your actions or undermine your self-worth. Imagine a situation where a friend might guilt you for not attending their event, despite your valid reasons for wanting to prioritize your own well-being. If you find yourself constantly caving under the pressure of such tactics, it's essential to reflect on how this dynamic affects your sense of self. Are you prioritizing their needs over your own? As we explore the impact of emotional manipulation from a psychological perspective, it's vital to recognize its damaging effects on mental health. Underlying feelings of anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression can stem from manipulative behaviors that warp our perception of healthy relational boundaries. The value of practical wisdom, or phronesis, as Aristotle called it, is significant here. It involves the ability to navigate complex social situations effectively. When confronted with manipulative behavior, recognizing it for what it is and determining the best way to respond can be life-changing. Aristotle believed that understanding virtue is key to achieving a desirable state. If you find yourself in a relationship that distorts this virtue, it may be time to reevaluate your bond. Disregarding boundaries, respect your space. The next signal of a problematic relationship we are going to explore involves the blatant disregard for personal boundaries. Each of us has certain limits. These boundaries serve as crucial markers of self-respect and individual integrity. When someone in your life consistently oversteps or ignores these limits, the foundation of respect upon which healthy relationships are built begins to crumble. Consider a scenario where a partner announces they're making plans without consulting you, expecting your spontaneous participation without acknowledgement of your own preferences. Such actions can leave you feeling undervalued and dismissed. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-respect and dignity in our relationships. If a person continually disrespects your boundaries, they are undermining these principles. To navigate boundaries effectively, maintain clarity about your own limits and assert them firmly. Embracing Epictetus's perspective on our control over responses reinforces the understanding that while others' actions are beyond our domain, our reactions are not. When your boundaries are continually ignored, it's a signal that the relationship requires reevaluation. Consider an analogy drawn from our everyday lives. Think of a garden where each plant represents an individual. Each plant has its own space and requires particular nutrients to thrive. If one plant begins to intrude upon another's space, it hampers not only the first plant's growth, but also threatens the overall health of the garden. Similarly, respecting boundaries within relationships ensures that both individuals can thrive without feeling stifled. Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of understanding and integrating various aspects of oneself. Recognizing and asserting your boundaries is a crucial part of this journey. When boundaries are overlooked, personal growth stalls, leading to frustration and a sense of identity loss. Aristotle's notion of the golden mean is also crucial here. He suggested that true virtue lies in finding a balanced approach between extremes. A lack of understanding for personal boundaries signifies an extreme neglect of balance. Therefore, fostering relationships that respect your personal space is key to maintaining harmony and well-being. Superficial connections, beyond the shallow waters. Next, we move to the concept of superficial connections, a relationship marked by interactions that skim the surface, lacking depth and emotional engagement. These types of relationships often leave one feeling lonely even in the presence of others. It's common to bond over casual interactions or shared activities that don't delve into meaningful dialogue, resulting in a persistent shallow engagement. When you spend considerable time with someone and yet feel like you hardly know them, it raises alarms about the nature of that relationship. Epictetus would likely comment that genuine interactions should be marked by truth and sincerity. In his view, relationships thrive on authenticity. Superficial connections miss the mark of what it means to bond genuinely. Aristotle's vision of friendship underscores the importance of mutual respect and appreciation for one another's virtues. True friendship isn't merely about enjoying each other's presence, but rather celebrating growth in each other. If the relationship remains superficial, both parties miss out on the opportunity to deepen their connection and understanding through shared experiences and feelings. From a platonic perspective, superficial connections reflect a fundamental flaw in understanding the essence of relationship dynamics. True connections should strive to attain higher forms of existence, those that help individuals grow and challenge one another positively. This is where the significance of self-actualization, as outlined by Carl Jung, plays a crucial role. In superficial relationships, individuals often restrain their authenticity and personality. This can act as a barrier to fully understanding the self. When superficiality prevails in your interactions, it inhibits the depth of connection necessary for personal growth and fulfillment. Facing absences during tough times. The seventh signal in our discussion sheds light on a telling aspect of unhealthy relationships: the absence during tough times. Friendships and relationships are fundamentally tested not during comfortable moments, but during life's myriad challenges. When someone you regard as a friend remains conspicuously absent at the time of your need, it reflects their genuine investment in the relationship. During hardships, true bonds are cemented through warmth and support. As Stoic philosophers like Epictetus have taught, enduring difficulties with resilience is valuable, but having someone accompany you on that journey is equally important. If your friend is nowhere to be found when life becomes difficult, their absence speaks volumes about the depth of your bond. Marcus Aurelius highlighted that relationships should embody mutual support and understanding. In essence, he proposed that genuine friendships embody an unspoken duty to be present for one another. Absence in your most vulnerable moments contradicts the fundamental principles of empathy and respect central to meaningful relationships. Seneca, known for his insights into the trials of life, would view the absence of a friend as a signal of lack of true camaraderie. Every human experiences hardship, yet enduring it alone, particularly when you seek the support of friends, indicates a glaring lack of genuine care or solidarity. Seneca, known for his insights into the trials of life, would view the absence of a friend as a signal of lack of true camaraderie. Every human experiences hardship, yet enduring it alone, particularly when you seek the support of friends, indicates a glaring lack of genuine care or solidarity. From a psychological perspective, Aristotle's concept of friendship emphasizes mutual goodwill, the notion that friendships should benefit both parties involved. A true friend stands by you during trials, reinforcing the idea that the highest form of friendship is one that thrives in adversity, not merely convenience. True connections become the threads that bind us together in times of struggle. When these threads fray due to absence, it raises questions about the commitment level inherent in the relationship. To navigate the emotional turmoil caused by such absences, remember that it is essential to prioritize relationships that reciprocate your care and support. Reflecting on your experiences can provide clarity and guidance as to which bonds are worth maintaining. Reclaiming your worth, self-reflection, and awareness. To reclaim your worth, it all starts with self-reflection. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I truly value in my relationships? Am I receiving the same energy, care, and respect that I invest? Acknowledging your worth is the foundation for building and maintaining healthy, reciprocal relationships. Often, we find ourselves in cycles of self-doubt when our contributions go unnoticed or unappreciated. Reflecting on your experiences allows you to identify patterns and understand your role in your relationships. It's essential to recognize that your feelings and needs are valid. Consider the wisdom from Seneca, who highlighted that the fear of losing a relationship should not outweigh your well-being and self-respect. You should not feel obligated to maintain a bond that sacrifices your dignity or peace of mind. When you truly understand your worth, it empowers you to establish the standards you deserve in all your connections. Establishing healthy boundaries. Once you have gained clarity on your worth, the next step involves setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for preserving your identity and ensuring that your needs are honored in relationships. They define your limits and help communicate to others what you will and will not accept. Reflect on Aristotle's concept of balance, the golden mean. In relationships, there should be a healthy equilibrium between give and take. Setting boundaries is not about building walls, but establishing a safe space for mutual respect and understanding. Take the time to articulate your boundaries clearly and assertively. Practice communicating your needs honestly, whether it's about how often you want to connect, the kind of support you expect, or the behaviors you won't tolerate. It may feel uncomfortable initially, but remember that healthy relationships thrive in environments where both parties feel acknowledged and respected. Cultivating reciprocal interactions. Next, focus on cultivating reciprocal interactions. A genuine connection is marked by mutual support, engagement, and respect. This requires active participation from both parties. Consider Marcus Aurelius' reminder that a true relationship involves being there for one another during both good times and adversity. Seek out those who value your presence and demonstrate that they are equally invested in nurturing the relationship. Engage in conversations where both parties contribute to the dialogue. Share your experiences, dreams, and concerns, while also showing genuine interest in the other person's life. This will foster a deeper connection built on understanding and reciprocity. Embracing growth together. Relationships are not static, they evolve over time. Embracing mutual growth is a crucial aspect of navigating and nurturing your connections. Reflecting on what Socrates taught about the importance of questioning and examining our relationships is vital. Ask yourself, how can we grow together? What can we learn from one another? Engaging in activities that promote growth, such as shared hobbies, interests, or personal development, can strengthen your bond. Encourage each other to explore new perspectives, face challenges together, and celebrate achievements collectively. seeking support in tough times. As you navigate the complexities of relationships, prioritizing those who stand by you in tough times is crucial. This is the true test of friendship and companionship. Remember what we discussed regarding the absence of support during hardships. It is essential to surround yourself with individuals who demonstrate commitment and empathy through their actions. When life gets challenging, having a supportive network can make all the difference in your journey. Final reflection: you deserve genuine connections. As we wrap up our discussion, carry this vital message with you. You deserve relationships that are genuine, reciprocal, and enriching. Don't settle for anything less than what aligns with your value and worth. The threads of your relationships weave a rich tapestry in the journey of your life. Each connection should add strength, warmth, and color, enhancing your experience and growth. If today's insights have resonated with you, don't let this journey stop here. Click on the playlist linked on the screen to further explore understanding and nurturing healthy relationships. Continue the path of self-discovery while embracing connections that truly honor your worth. Stay true to yourself in every step you take, and keep seeking those connections that make your existence meaningful and fulfilling.